This one is really inspired by the dining room here at our new to us house here in France. And in the dining room there's a lot of sea inspired things, and so I put together this vase of shells to be the starting point of this festive design, but festive with a difference. In the bottom there's some water already, and also a small pin holder. It doesn't really need a big one for this design because there are plenty of places where I can actually place materials. I'm going to use a big material to start with, and it's going to go right off screen, but we don't worry about that because you'll see it when it actually goes in the place that it's going to go to. I'm in trouble with my secateurs now. So I'm going to cut that down a bit. I think I need to take it down a little bit more, and that's going to go down and right onto the pin holder, which is going to hold it in place. This is a plant called a rhododendron, and it grows all around us here in the south of France, and in some senses it's a bit of a weed. But as flower arrangers, we don't mind a weed, do we? Particularly when they have such structure as this plant. So I'm using a bit more of a smaller piece of the rhododendron behind there, and then another piece in front. And they're all going on to the pins, and then I'm just able to arrange the leaves so they crisscross a little bit of each other, and I'm disappearing in the jungle now. And you can see now that I've got quite a bit of height. I'm going off screen, as I say, but you'll see the overall effect when it's put in situ. I needed the height, I felt, for the amount of weight that I'm going to have at the bottom and the colour that I'm going to have at the bottom there. So in and amongst that, if you can still see me in my little tropical haven, in and amongst that I'm going to use these coral to red lilies, which pick up some of the colouring that I've got in the room. And I'm taking the first one, which is going to be the one that goes right the way down and sits almost on the lip of the container itself, and I'm allowing some of that foliage just to come over the top of that, so that it's not, as it were, a direct blob of colour. Are you still there? I'm still here. So let's see how we go with the next piece. And so I'm going to take one which has a couple of flowers on, but I'm actually going to take one of those flowers off and just take it down to having one flower, because I'm actually going to bring that right the way through at the back of the design, and I can actually wedge this one through here, so I don't have to worry about that being in the water. It's right the way down there, wedged in the water. And then we'll go to the next stem. I've got quite a bit of foliage on this, and so I'm taking the majority of that off because I'm actually quite got quite enough foliage with the foliage that I've got already on the flower, on the foliage of the rhododendron. So that can sit quite a bit higher and carry that colour all the way up. And you're still seeing that little bit of colour coming from this flower at the back. And that's just drawing the eye through and giving it a bit more of a three-dimensional feel. And that's what I want. And then just to be a bit quirky, I've got some gerbera here. Some brilliant red gerbera, and I'm actually going to take this one quite low in the design, and so I'm actually going to take maybe a snippet more off it. And as you can see, the only thing that we've got here is water for the flowers to work into. They don't. There's no floral foam or anything like that. So that's going to just squeeze through there, and then this tropical sea anemone is just going to be almost part of the tank of things that are going on down in this vase. So I'm going to then use the other two sea anemones quite low down, and it's really at my level that you're able to see the benefit of those. So we're nearly there. We've nearly finished the design. So I've got 6 flowers and one just standing a little bit more proud. So there we have it. There we have the design all the way around, and a variety of interest there. So next time you see it, you're going to see it actually in situ. Hello again. Here we are with the design in its final position, and as you can see, the colour is used to bring out the colours in the tall ginger jars and the metal fish that we got at the side. So to me, it's the overall composition that helps to make the final setting, and that enlarges the decoration that you're making for the festive season. Enjoy the festive season, stay well, stay safe.